Hello everyone, Gnomish here, and in this video I will be teaching you everything that you need to know about how to moonwalk bridge in Minecraft. This video has a lot of information, and so I've split it up into a couple different sections. You can see the description or the comments down below for timestamps, and so you can skip around the video if you want to. I did make a moonwalking tutorial a little back now, and it did pretty well, but there's some things that I wanted to add, some more tips, some more detailed information, and so I thought I'd remake the video, just make a higher quality version of it. And the first thing that I want to say is, real quickly, is you don't need to know how to drag click. You don't need to be able to double click. You don't need a good gaming computer. I can moonwalk bridge with 4 CPS. I can do it with a trackpad. I can do it without drag clicking. And I'm using a MacBook Air from 2015. So don't feel like you need any fancy mouse that costs $100 or a $2,000 gaming PC. You can do this on pretty much anything. As long as you're running Minecraft and you have decent frames, you're all good. So the first thing I want to get to is, what is moonwalk bridging? So moonwalk bridging is basically a type of bridging style that's faster than a lot of other ones, but the thing that's different about it is you don't have to shift at all. Moonwalk bridging is faster than speed bridging, faster than breezely bridging. The only two that is slower is god bridging and telly. There's some other odd ones, but the gist of it is moonwalking is just a faster version of bridging. I also have a hand cam so you can see what I'm doing, but basically I'm only tapping one time. So that's basically what moonwalk bridging is. You can see a comparison. There's going to be a link in the top right corner of a video so you can see it compared to a bunch of other bridging methods and speed and stuff like that. So the first thing I wanted to say is where to practice, because moonwalk bridging isn't something that you just get just like that. You know how to do it, you take 5 minutes and then you're a master. That's not really how it works. It takes a lot of practice. You need to get consistent at it or you're gonna fall a lot. So I have a bunch of different places that I've practiced on, and so I think I'm going to tell you all my opinions on where I practice, where I like practicing, and some of the positives and negatives. So right here I'm on Hypixel, as you can see, and I was just in the bridging practice mode. So you go to the bedwars lobby, and then you hit this little guy, and there's a bridging practice mode. You can change all the settings, all kinds of cool stuff like that. But this is really good because you're playing on Hypixel, so it's the same server, meaning you're going to have a same ping range as when you're playing bedwars and all the other stuff. And ping actually drastically changes how you moonwalk or eject. If you have different ping on the server that you're practicing on, and then you go to Hypixel and you try to moonwalk bridge and you keep falling, well, it's because the timing is different based on your ping to the server. And since each server's ping is different because of the different locations, it's kind of just better to practice on the server that you're going to be using it in. And so that's why I mainly play on Hypixel, and I use the bridging practice. Another great server is bridging server. It's called mcplayshd.net, and you can see in the top right corner mcplays.hd.net. that's the IP. Basically this is really good because you just come inside, you hit the guy, you hit join, and then you're at bridging practice. And there's a bunch of people on either side of you, and you can watch them. There's a session timer and stuff. And basically this is really great. This is actually where I learned to moonwalk bridge in the beginning, when Hypixel didn't have their bridging practice. And so you can see I've had a lot of bridging attempts. And I really like this place because the ping is pretty good. I also got a lot of advice from the people beside me and learning how to do it, and basically it just helped me learn how to do it more and get advice from other players. It's also just fun to chill and try to get top session times against other players. Makes it a little more competitive. Then there's using survival. So another option you can do is create a super flat world. So if you go to the world type, you go to super flat, and then you hit done and choose a random name. Then you hit create new world. This will bring you to a super flat world with the occasional village, and this is really good because, well, ping doesn't really matter here because you're connected just to your own computer. There's no needing any good Wi-Fi. You can do this on the plane. You can do this really anywhere. You don't need internet connection. And this is really good because there's no performance issues with ping and being laggy or anything. So if you don't have good Wi-Fi, or if you're not in a place where you can get Wi-Fi at the moment, this is a really good option for you. It also gives me the highest FPS when I play in this. Those are the 3 main options. There's lots of other bridging servers like mcplayhd.net, but those are the 3 most mentionable places to practice. Okay, that's enough jibble jabble. Let's get into learning how to actually moonwalk bridge. So the first thing you're going to do is you have to get the right keystrokes down. You can see in the top right corner my keystrokes right there, when I'm clicking, up, down, left, and how much CPS I have, including when I'm clicking. So you go to the edge of the block, unlike speed bridging, where it's directly sideways, right? So you want to get the angle that's not straight back and not sideways, it's just right in between. And you know it's the right angle when I'm holding down S, and I'm holding a shift, and I'm holding S, and it's making me go to the left. And then I just go to the right by pushing D. So D, and I'm pushing F, and you can see I'm sliding back and forth. Now this is the motion that you need to be able to moonwalk, because the difference between moonwalk and god bridging is every time you place a block, you're moving sideways, which is actually making it easier to moonwalk rather than god bridging, because you're moving sideways for that little bit of time, giving you more time to place the block. It is a bit slower than god bridging, but it's a lot easier to do consistently. Now to start doing it, it's going to be a little wonky for your fingers because, well, you're just starting out, you don't have any muscle memory. And so just practice. You could get a really long line, just get a line and try holding S. And then while you're holding S, just press D and go back and forth. And that can help you get the little motion down of your fingers and get the muscle memory. Now, moonwalk bridging isn't something you get right away. You're gonna have to work at it, you're gonna have to practice, you're gonna have to get the timing down. Later on, I'll show you some tips and tricks that I've used to learn it faster and some stuff that I wish I did in the beginning. So basically, once you get that basic motion down of holding D while you're holding down S, you just right click, you just click one time. You only need 4 CPS, so it's single clicking. You click one time every time you get to the edge of the block. So you can practice this by just holding shift and just going back, and then once you feel confident enough, you can let go of shift, hold down S, and then every time you click, remember to push D. So let's try. Now I've had a lot of practice, so it might seem easy to you, but I'm sure it's not going to be that easy in the beginning. Now if you can drag click, if you can double click, if you can butterfly click, it also helps quite a lot. The more CPS you have, the easier it is going to be for you to moonwalk bridge because you have more CPS to place the block. Now the minimum is 4 CPS, but it helps if you can do more than that. And so a trick that I've learned that I've actually seen nowhere on any tutorials or anywhere online is butterfly clicking while I moonwalk. So I just butterfly click on my mouse, you can see on my side, and I can butterfly click while I moonwalk. So every time I would regular click once, I'm just gonna click both times with my fingers. Now this is a little bit easier than 4 CPS, but personally I think I'm a little bit less consistent because I haven't practiced that a lot and I have better timing if I do it regularly. But it is something to consider if you know how to butterfly click, because it is easier. Okay, now let's get on to timing and consistency. So I actually made a YouTube video that has a song that helps you stay consistent with moonwalk bridging. I know it sounds a little weird at first, but basically the song has the exact correct beat. So every time there's like a hit on the drums, you would click one time. And this helps, so you can listen to the song, and then when you start moonwalk bridging, you have the rhythm already in your head, and so you can click with that rhythm, and it helps a lot. If you want to check out that video, I'll leave a link right up there, look on the top. And there's also going to be a link in the description. Now, if you don't like the song, I understand we all have different music choices. You can always just go to a metronome, and you can look up metronome 240 beats per minute, and that'll give you the right beats. So even if you don't like the song, you can still use that, or you can just look up songs that are 120 or 240 beats per minute. If you want to see more clips of me actually moonwalking in game, playing in bedwars, rushing people, then I have a video on that actually. There'll be a link in the description where you can see me actually moonwalking in the game. It is hard to get consistent, but if you practice enough, you can do it. If you have any questions about how to moonwalk, how to do specific things, leave a comment down below. I'll be reading all the comments and responding to them. So if you have anything at all, just ask. Or you can join my Discord server because you can win shoutouts at the end, win some cool giveaways, and you can talk to me directly there. I do have a separate video called How to Moonwalk Tips and Tricks, and if you want to see some more versatile, different ways of trying to learn how to moonwalk, different ways to stay consistent and stuff like that, make sure to check out that video because I cover some really cool strategies and ideas, including how to use slowness potion to get the consistency down and the timing, and all kinds of other stuff. If this video helped you in any way, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and hit the like button because it helps boost the video's performance and let other people see the video. I would really appreciate it and it means a lot to me. So that's going to be the end of the video. I hope this has helped you, and if it hasn't, make sure to tell me what I could improve upon, and maybe I'll leave a few more tips in the description. Good luck with practicing, and I'll see you in another video.